Watching Dodgers Padres tonight. First game that I've streamed or first time I've gone live in a while. I have watched some playoff games, not as many as I've wanted, but this will be a big one tonight. I watched game one, watched parts of the other games. We got a new dog, which is making it tough to watch games. What's going on, Hudson? And I just had to hurry up and put my kids. Laura said I could watch the game, but she said I had to get the kids in the shower and teeth brush and all that stuff. And so I've been trying to get them to go earlier than normal because it's like a Friday night. Usually they stay up later. But I was like, we got a game tonight. Let's go. Brush your teeth. Get in the shower. Dry your hair. And I just barely made it for the first pitch here. And now I hear somebody coming downstairs. Hold on one sec, guys. I just realized, too, I did not... I don't know if this is going to mess it up. What's up, Adrian? I did not put my... what's it called? When you, like, silence everything. There's 97 for a ball. Let me know if I'm behind you guys or ahead of you guys. When I'm watching on YouTube TV, so I don't know if I'm going to be behind or ahead or what's going to happen. But I'll tell you right now, here comes the windup and the pitch. Fastball for a strike. I don't want to like ruin it for you guys if I announce the game. What's up?
Are you like showing them are you filming the game too?
No, I can't show the game because they take my video down.
So they have to watch your thing and this.
Hey! Look at that. Stevens Institute of Technology. What's up, fellas? How we doing? We got two great right-handed pitchers watching right now, two Bulldogs. We got all fastballs so far to arise. There's a curveball finally.
Why do they
Little PFP. I bet you guys are. I wonder if what do you guys think if I swipe on my phone and I put to like the focus mode, or I sound like an old guy now, like, oh, what do you do with the cell phone to make sure no one calls? If I swipe and put it on silent, or not silent, but put it on like that focus, do not disturb mode, is that going to ruin the stream and cut me off, or will I be okay? Will I be able to get back? Also, if everyone could give a thumbs up, that'd be great. Ball one to Tatis. He's been on absolute fire. Hey, thanks, Manuel. Who do you guys got one in this game? Put it in the comments. A little fastball up and in here, looks like. Yeah. No, he didn't. Oh, they called it a foul ball. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, where's my chat? There's the chat. Okay, now I got the chat. I got it now. Oh, it was a nasty slider right there. Great pitch. Shout out to K-Legend 27. What's going on? Ooh, look at that slider right there. Filthy. I'm going to sit back a little bit. I'm going to try to get the camera a little bit closer, but I'm like sitting up. I want to be able to kind of sit back here. So let's try this out. Bring it down a little bit. Come back here. What's up, John? Hopefully this does not cut off the stream. I'm going to try to I'm going to silence the notifications or whatever that's called. Right after this pitch right there. Stay with it, Lux. There it is. You survived the storm. Glad you guys did. I've got family down that way also, so. Okay, let's try it real quick. There you go. Okay, hopefully that didn't mess anything up, but we're silenced now. Oh, that's good. All right. Let's lower this down just a tiny bit more. Put it right there. Oh, that's not too bad. Maddie, you look like me? If you think he looks like me, you need to see my wife because he looks just like her too. Although some people say that my wife and I look the same.
I can't see half the screen because the thing's in the way.
You're gonna have to sit on the other side of me. There we go. That's a good view right there. All right, so we had a quick 1-2-3 inning right there. Good job by Yamamoto.
Patrick Mahomes, of course, in a State Farm ad.
Well, that's not good, John. Should I get this camera a little bit closer to us, but oh, I hear ya. Yeah, we've got a almost 6-month-old now.
Puppy.
Yeah, she's been good, but having a dog is like having another kid. Oh wow, what's going on? From Germany, 2:14 a.m. Go Dodgers. Biggest coach in Croatia. That's what I'm talking about. I got to go out to Croatia. You know, my wife has really wanted to go to Croatia. She keeps telling me she wants to go and make a trip out that way. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll do a little baseball camp out there. That'd be cool. Do like a one-day clinic, and then what part of Croatia are you from? All right, you Darvish on the mound.
I want Tatis to go deep.
You's one of the few guys that's probably almost as old as I am. I feel like I've had to have faced you in my life. I know I've faced his teams, but I'm trying to think if I've ever gotten an at-bat against him. I don't know. I should know that.
Shohei, please don't go deep right here.
Every time Shohei's up, just scares the crap out of me.
Why? Because he hits so many homers?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't mean
somebody
like,
who went 50 for 50's got to hit a lot of homers.
yeah, not me personally, because it doesn't really matter for me, but just if I was pitching to him.
Who do you want to win, Padres?
I really don't. What? Ball? I mean, the catcher set up high for a fastball up, but holy crap, that ball is nowhere close to a ball. If everyone give the thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Yeah, my thoughts on the Tigers. Well, obviously they've played great baseball down the stretch. I'm going to be honest. That's one series that I have not been watching very much of.
The Tigers are in the playoffs?
I'd say exactly. Yes, they are.
How is that possible? I thought they stink.
Well, I mean, the Mets, yeah. I mean, early in the season, everybody was writing the Mets off.
Who were they facing?
The Mets?
No, the Tigers.
The Guardians?
In the playoffs?
Mm-hmm. When you played, did pitchers vary time they held their leg high in the air before like they do now? So I'm trying to think of some guys that did. I think there'd be a guy here or there, but not like, like Cortez is obviously crazy with it. Who you got? You got Stroman, you got you that does it. Yeah, the Indians, I know. I finally call them the Guardians. I called them the Indians for so long. It's a great pitch right there. Both pitchers so far making some good pitches to start the game.
That's a nasty
That
curveball.
slider and Yamamoto's slider look almost identical, almost in the same exact spot. Only
Is
one
that
to
a
a lefty,
slider
one
or
to
a
a righty.
curveball?
Slider. His curveball's got a much bigger like hump to it. Yu's got like 17 pitches. Are they gonna start him off with slider? No. Curveball. Figured it'd be something off speed.
Who's umping?
Who's umping?
Yeah,
I
who's
don't.
this umpire?
I don't know.
He's only got 186 average against you, Darvish.
Yeah, fastball up. Yeah. So what was I just gonna say? I totally forget now.
You were saying something.
Yeah, I don't remember what we were talking
You
about.
said fastball up.
Judge or Otani?
Judge.
Maddie likes Judge. I mean, both. They're both awesome.
I like Otani because he pitches and hits.
Well, yeah, that's pretty cool.
And because he
Hey, thanks, Lucas.
he
I appreciate
pitches,
that.
hits, and runs.
Yeah, he's a freak show.
He's like,
That's a tough pitch right there. Breaking ball at the very top of the zone. I was saying that a few days ago. So, like, now you could throw a fastball up. But there was like a fastball up. Who threw it? They threw a fastball up, and then they threw a... oh, that slider's filthy. Someone threw a fastball top of the zone, and then they threw a breaking ball that started so high. Now it was like... It looked so high, it clipped the top of the zone. Some people think it's like, oh, it's a hanging breaking ball, but... Oh, he did it again. Another curveball up.
do like the double knee kick?
Yeah, a lot of guys are doing... well, not a lot of guys do that, but some guys do that to just kind of mess with your timing. Because, like, you're getting loaded with him, and he brings his leg up, and you think to get loaded, and then he just hangs there for a little bit. Kind of messes you up. Jason, yeah, sometimes I do hear his voice. If I had to comp a player today to myself, oh boy. I don't know. There's a rip by Freddie. How's he gonna run with the ankle? Hold on, Matty. Hold on. Let me do that so your finger's not all up in the way. I don't know. Roberts, like, it's hard to say because obviously they have so much talent. They're expected to win the World Series every year. And, you know, even if you have a ton of talent, it's still tough to win the whole thing. Oh, let's see. Yeah, he's struggling. Oh, that doesn't look like it feels very good. Ow!
What?
Oh, look at his ankle. His ankle's bothering him. Oh, he can barely move.
Why is his ankle bothering him?
He hurt his ankle and he's been gutting it out. Oh, so a comp for me, I don't know. I honestly, I'd have to really, I'm not sure. I pay attention so closely to like the top 50 players in the big leagues, and I'm not any of them, so it's hard. I'd have to go watch all the guys that are like fringe players. It's a good pitch right there. All right, so pretty solid first inning by both pitchers.
I want to see a homer.
Manny Machado. There's a former teammate of mine for a little bit.
How old is Manny Machado?
I don't know. How old's Manny Machado, guys? 30... Well, let's see. 33? Is he that old? He was really young when I was with the Orioles.
Do you think Freeman will be out for at least one end game due to injury?
Yeah, I mean, if Freeman, this point is basically just like, I mean, I don't know what he's probably taken to get him through the games. I know that when I had, I've told the story when I had a bad wrist and
Oh, he just answered your question. He's 32.
32, okay, yeah. I figured he was 32, 33. Um, so, yeah, Harper was another one of the former teammates of mine for a little bit. I always liked playing the game. Who were my former
How was
teammates?
he a former team? Was he like a rookie?
Yeah,
When you
both of them
first?
were super young when I was with the Nationals. Harper was super young, and when I was with the Orioles, Machado was super young. Um, so, tell you a real quick story about my wrist. And I don't know what they still do in the major leagues and stuff, but like when my wrist was killing me, and right before I had surgery, like I would go in and tell them like, I can't, I don't think I can do it today. My wrist is hurting so bad. When I take a swing, it feels like I'm getting someone stabbed me with a knife, and they would usually, you hear about football players getting like shot. They get like shot up to like numb whatever's hurting them. But in baseball, they would just give you some type of painkiller to try to help you get through it. I wouldn't take it in injection. I'd take it orally, but that only lasted for so long. Like those things, eventually, it got to the point where even if I took medicine before the game to try to help me, it was still hurting so bad. I ended up getting surgery. So I don't know exactly what he's dealing with and how bad it hurts, but it looks pretty painful to me. My favorite non-baseball moment at St. John's Prep would have to be a football moment. I don't know what would be my favorite moment, but I love football, so it had to be some moment. Probably playing in the championship game my senior year. I would say probably championship game senior year. I scored a touchdown on the first play of the game for us. I'd say that was probably the coolest moment. Manny just missed it. Just missed it. Ooh.
Weight room.
Wait, did he drop a weight room on him? Weight room says a 91-pound kid.
It's true though.
Yeah, Red's hiring Tito. I mean, I thought he was done. So I'll tell you this: I played with the Indians for one. I didn't even make it through a full season, but so I had Tito a little bit in spring training when I was with the Indians before I got sent down to AAA, and super good dude, really good communicator with the players, and everybody loved him. How do I explain Aaron Judge's hitting slump? So I actually haven't been following. I think I was telling you guys earlier, I haven't watched as much playoff baseball. It's 'cause I've been so busy with my own baseball. Like we've got baseball at night, and then, with the kids, and then we just got a new dog, and so just hard to follow games. So I watch more highlights and stuff. So I haven't been following Judge's at bats to see what's wrong. I know obviously he's a swing and miss guy. It's a good
Was that a
splitter right there.
splitter?
Yeah, it's a good splitter right there. So, I don't know. I mean, sometimes if you're a big swing and miss guy, you're gonna probably have a little bit more ups and downs than if a guy. Well, I mean, everyone is. Even if you're a contact guy, you're still gonna go through some dry spouts. So, it could just be. It could be bad luck. It might not be bad luck. It could be striking out all the time. I don't know, but something could be going on with his swing. Baseball's so strange. I always think to like when I went into slumps or just had bad days or bad weeks, and like I remember one single A against Rancho Cucamonga. I mean, I went into the game feeling unbelievable. I was hitting everything, just rockets. And then I went into Rancho Cucamonga game and I struck out my first 4 at bats. I was 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. I'd never done that in my life. I'd never struck out 3 times in my life, and I'm at 4 strikeouts in a row. And I was like, I couldn't hit the ball. I couldn't even make contact, and that was like so not me at that time. Baseball's so strange. And then I got up my fifth at bat and I went 0 for, I was down 0-2 and I was like sitting there like, oh my God, I'm going to strike out 5 times this game. And luckily I hit a single to right field. But, you know, it's like hard to explain what happened that game. I don't know. I just couldn't put the bat on the ball. And sometimes it happens for a game. Sometimes it happens for an at bat or two. Sometimes it happens for a week. And you're like, it's weird. What time is that Tigers Guardians game tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Saturday? I got baseball all day. Hopefully it's a later game. Yeah, isn't that funny? It's actually, it's funny you said that. So, like I said that when the game started, we were all watching game one, Laura and Maddie and me and I, and Laura said like, how weird is it that you played on this field and she was like, and I watched you play on this field. And it honestly, so that happened, I made my debut when I was 23, I'm 39, so how many years ago was that, 16 years ago? I mean, it feels like 100 years ago. It doesn't even feel like I ever played on that field, and I did. So it's really weird, but it feels like
You're
so.
talking about the Dodgers field.
Yeah, I played on this field, and I got my first hit here. I got my first. This is where I made my debut.
Wasn't that about off of Greg Maddox?
There was off of Greg Maddox, yeah. But it feels so long ago, like a million years ago. You know, I would love to do. There we go. Pitchers mowing guys down right now. I would love to do more games. The hard part really is like during the week, especially, really every day, but during the week, having to get them up early for school and like trying to go to bed early. And then my daughter's been having these, like, she will not stay in her bed. So she's been, for probably the last 2 months, she's been getting out of bed and waking my wife and I up like multiple times during the night. She's been crying. She's been like having bad nightmares. She's been like, Matt, you stop, you're kicking the tripod. She's been like screaming, like waking up screaming. And so we've gotten for pretty much 2 months, very little sleep. So I would love to do these games, but sometimes I'm like, I just need to go to bed because I know like at 1 o'clock she's going to be yelling or screaming or coming in our room, having a nightmare. And then, then I'm up and then I'm, trying to get her to bed or, I'll have to, sometimes she'll just kick me out of my room because we can't get her to fall back asleep. So she takes my spot in the bed and then I got to leave. Hello, Takumi. Exactly, Lucas. I feel the same way. Thanks, Carrie. Is there any MLB field that you wish you could play on? Well, I've been on or played on a lot of fields in the major leagues. Is there one I wish? I mean, I've been on most of them.
Does the Phillies field always look like this?
Yeah, Phillies field's been there for, I don't know
It
exactly
has
where.
like the huge jumbotron, but in left field for the whole time.
I mean, I don't remember when that was put in. I know, I hear you, Lucas. Who is the best Jackson in MLB? Jackson Holiday, Jackson Merrill. Hold on, your thing disappeared. All right, I got it back. Who's the best Jackson in the MLB? I mean, Merrill had a huge year. I don't know. I know Holiday struggled. I will say this. I think it's so funny. Like Jackson Holiday obviously was like #1 prospect basically in in the MLB, and then he came up and he struggled, and they sent him down, and he came back up, and like, he didn't have a great year, and like, it's so crazy how people are like, this guy's like, I'm not saying everyone says this, but a lot of people, I like look at the comments and they're like, this kid stinks, like what? And I'm just like, he's like 19. What is he like 19, 20? How old is he? He's so young, and people like give up on players so fast. I did a thing about like Shohei, how people in spring training, people are like, oh, this Shohei guy is for spring training. Like, this Shohei guy can't hit. Like, he stinks. His swing's too long. He'll never hit. It's like, I don't know. I just think everyone needs to relax, give him some time. Yeah, 20 years old. It's crazy. Yeah, Ethan Holiday is a stud too. MLB The Show, Jay. Great question. I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. The falls, here's the curveball right there, big 12-6er. The falls are usually where I like, because I work so hard from December through August. I'm talking like 7 days a week. It is like a grind. When I get to August, I'm exhausted. And usually September, October, November, I try to like take time off and I try to recharge, but I have not been able to. I've been still working like a ton. So I just haven't been able to play any video games. Like I was just saying to Maddie, I bought Madden when football started. I bought Madden, and I was like, I'm going to relax and play some Madden. I haven't played it all because I've been so busy. So
You played for about
a couple days?
Probably 2 weeks and then stopped.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I got the 2 weeks and I just couldn't do it anymore. So, leadoff walk. 3-2 goes with the breaking ball there. All right, the questions are coming quick. You're 5'6", 140. Was I bigger at 14? I don't remember how big I was. I'll tell you this. So when I was young, I was always very tall and very skinny. So I was always, it's probably built a lot like him, where he's like one of the tallest kids in his grade. I was a similar way. Actually, you're probably thicker than I am. Yeah, you are thicker than I am. I was very skinny. I didn't start putting on weight until probably sophomore or junior year of high school. But I mean, I'm about 6'1", and I was probably that height for a while. I don't remember what age I was that tall, but I do remember 13 years old, I was still like not big, because you look at my 13-year-old picture, I remember from like travel baseball, and I'm one of the smaller kids. But by 15, I'm one of the taller kids. So between 13 and 15, I got a lot taller. I don't know if it was 14 when I grew, or 15, or when it was, but it was between those years. Brandon, I am not pulling for any team. Yeah, I have no connection to the Padres. I know that they drafted me, and I know I played for them, but it's obviously a different team, different coaches, different everything.
I kind of want either the Phillies or the Padres.
Phillies are out.
Wait, they are?
Yeah, the Phillies are out.
Who'd they lose to?
Mets. Oh, man, that ball is close.
Wait.
Yeah, so I have...
Did they get like 3 and outed?
No. They lost 3-1, was it?
Is it series of 7 or series of
5?
Oh.
No problem, Carrie. It is a little hard. I'm trying to go back and forth between the questions and the game.
Wait, so is it is it 2-2 between the Dodgers and Padres?
Yeah, this is 2-2. This is the big game right there. Manny, double play, got him. So I will say, I'll answer a few of your questions. So I was saying I had a chance to play with Manny Machado when he was very young. He was probably like 19 years old or something like that. And, there's certain players, it's funny. I had a chance to play with a lot of really good players when they were young. Like when I was with the Orioles, you had Machado, who was super young, high pick. When I was with the Nationals, Harper had just been drafted. When I was with the Indians, Lindor was a young kid. Jose Ramirez. Oh my God, Kike Hernandez just hit that ball 1,000 feet. Wow, that ball was crushed. I didn't even see what pitch that was. I was talking, and then I looked over quick, and he smashed that ball. It looked like he almost did he just try to hit the third base coach in the cup? Because he's probably not wearing one. Okay. What was that move right there, Kike? I think he tried to cup check the third base coach. I got to see this.
What does that mean?
What?
What does cup check mean?
When you tap him in the cup. So I'll finish my story real quick. So I got a chance to play and see all those guys when they were young. And I would say out of all of those guys, Machado was one guy that the second I saw him play, the second I saw him practice, like our first practice in spring training, it wasn't just me that thought it. I did think it, but everybody was like, holy crap, like this young dude is a stud. And it was the defense that like really stood out immediately. Like he fielded a ball and threw a ball across the field, and you were like, his arm stood out as far as like you're like, I mean, because usually in the big leagues, like I'm not saying it's a good play. I'm not saying everyone looks the same in the big leagues because they don't. But the players are all so good that everyone looks good. But when Manny would like field and throw, you'd be like, "Ooh, that looks different than everybody else." And he was super young. What was that?
Oh, Teoscar Hernandez checked the seeds on him
Yeah, threw
again.
the seeds again. Do I remember the college offers I had in high school? I do. I had a good amount of college offers. I won't go through all of them, but I had pretty much almost all the ACC schools. I had very few SEC schools, only a couple of SEC, but mostly all the ACCs, and then like all the Northeast D1 schools. No Pac-10 or 12 or whatever the hell they were back then. I didn't have any West Coast offers at all. All my offers were pretty much all East Coast. And then it was between UNC and Wake Forest. Those were the last two that I came down to, and I chose Wake Forest. And I can vividly remember like it was yesterday, sitting down with my dad and my parents and like making a list of like the positives for Wake Forest and the positives for UNC, and then the negatives for Wake Forest and the negatives for UNC. And then we like counted them up, and we're like a lot more positives on Wake than there are in UNC, and a lot less negatives. So that's where I'm going to go. Yeah, I still have my baseball cards, and Maddie collects cards. My cards have kind of been transitioned over to him, except for like my big ones. Like I got a real nice Mookie Betts PSA 10 rookie. So I got a lot of graded cards, but
LeBron James one.
I do have a bunch of LeBron PSA 10 rookies. But I got Mookie, I got Kershaw. I'm thinking about guys in this game. I got
Tatis.
I have Tatis's rookie PSA 10.
Machado?
I don't have Machado.
Do you have Ohtani?
I don't. I wish I got Ohtani. I don't. I got Lindor.
Lindor isn't playing.
I know, but we're just talking about. I'm thinking about other like pretty big name rookies that I got, like current day guys.
Freddie Freeman, do you have his rookie?
I don't have Freeman's rookie. No, I don't.
Do you have...
I got Judge's rookie. Yeah, I do have. I have one or two PSA 10 Judge rookies. My Lindor one, I got a Tatis that's pretty rare. I got a rare Lindor one. I've got. I would say my most valuable card's probably my LeBron rookie. I'll tell you a quick story if you guys want to know. So I got really big into collecting cards when when COVID hit, because like we're all, you couldn't do anything, and I'd always collected cards as a kid, and so I might have told this story before, but I got a little crazy, and I bought a bunch of cards, but one night I bought a LeBron rookie and a Kobe rookie, PSA 10s, and I got them, and then I heard from downstairs, Laura was like, Matt, she screamed, and I'm like, oh no, she must have just seen that I bought that card. And she's like, why is there $6,000 on the credit card? And I was like, I just bought a LeBron and a Kobe rookie. And she was so mad. She was like, I'm buying a pocketbook. And I said, in 2 months, I'm going to flip those cards and make triple my money. So relax.
Are they worth triple?
And so I bought the Kobe for the Kobe was $2,800. I think I bought it for. And so I bought the Kobe for $2,800. I'm not kidding you. Like 2-3 months later, I sold it for 11 grand. I think it was like 11 grand, and I got it for 2,800. The LeBron was up to 15 grand. I bought that for 3,500. And then I remember it was like February.
What's in it now?
And it was at 15 grand. And I sold the Kobe and made obviously a lot of money off that, like super quick. And the LeBron, I was like, I can't sell LeBron. I'm like, he's going to go down as like, I know Michael Jordan is probably the greatest player of all time. I'm like, but LeBron's going to break so many records. I'm like, I can't sell it. I wish I sold it because I could buy probably like 5 of them now. So it's worth, it's still worth more than what I bought it for, but it ain't worth $15,000 anymore. But I plan on I'll keep my LeBrons for probably the next 20 years or something. There's a rip right there.
I feel like the most expensive cards are like the autographed PSA. I don't even think they have PSA 10s. Like, there was one, like, autographed PSA, like, 3 Mickey Mantle, and it was, like, 700 grand.
Yeah, the Mickey Mantle cards are they're worth a lot. But the best feeling ever was when I told, all the LeBrons are all PSA 10s. Oh, there's a rip. Go first to third? No chance to catch her. The Mets, good or lucky? I mean, I don't think you can be lucky for this long, so I would say that they're good. Arise, just the shortest swing of all time. Just plays pepper with the thing. I will have a Tesla robot. Laura says no, but I'm getting one. So the best feeling was when I told Laura that I literally said, like, don't worry about it because I'm going to triple my money in 2 months, whatever. And I more than tripled my money. And then she thought I was some type of like card savant. But the craziest part is I sold that card and somehow I like timed it perfectly right. I think the high was like 12 grand. And then once I started to tick down a little bit, I was like, let me just unload it now, get my money back. And then the card market like ended up falling apart. But I wasn't exactly a genius because, I sold that Kobe. I took my money and I bought a Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. So I like loaded up on football guys. So I loaded up on football guys that I would then, because the football season had ended, the cards had come down. I loaded up on a bunch of guys, and then I made like $300-400 off of each of those. I ended up selling them like a year later, but it just didn't. It wasn't the same as making like triple or quadruple your money. And now the market has been like, since COVID ended, the market has gone. It's terrible now. Ooh. All right, back to baseball talk. Yeah, I got so into sports cards. So like, I mean, you can ask Laura this. When I get into something, I get like obsessed with stuff. So I got to make sure. Although all my obsessions are pretty good, like sports,
And during
like
COVID, you were
the
obsessed
stock
with
market.
during
Oh, double play right here. Let's see. Oh, that's a huge double play on Tatis.
during COVID, you were also obsessed with the show 20.
Yeah, like I was. I mean, we had nothing to do but play video games, collect cards, and play video games. I mean, that's a tailor-made double play right there.
I wish I knew what Fortnite was during COVID.
Well, you was too young to play Fortnite. I didn't see the Alabama upset, but what do you think of Ellie De La Cruz?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah, someone's asking you.
Well, I know he flies.
He does fly.
Is he a rookie or is this his second year?
He is not a rookie anymore, no.
What do I think on him?
You've never seen him play in person. You saw O'Neal Cruz play in person.
He swings the bat 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, we went and watched the Braves Pirates play this summer. Was that this summer? Yeah, that was this summer, right?
No.
Was that this summer?
It was when we went to Atlanta
Last summer. Wait, hold on. Was that, I think?
No, that was for your, when we went to the Georgia tournament last summer. We didn't go this year. Remember, you went by yourself?
Gotcha. Yeah, O'Neal was just a freak show. He was humongous.
He swung and missed at everything, though.
He always swing and miss in a while. Wait, hold on a minute. That was not this summer, but 2 summers ago we watched O'Neal Cruz play?
That was last summer, like the summer before this summer.
Oh my God, it feels like it was like a couple months ago.
I can remember being at that game. I remember the Phillies game where they played all the fireworks after it.
Yep. Oh, the Red Dead Redemption streams. Yep, those were good times.
You used to put on, in the Georgetown house, you'd put on the cowboy hat.
I did. I put my cowboy hat on.
And Mommy
Cowboy
used to come
Matt.
in and yell at you.
Yeah, my wife was like, grow up. No, she didn't really say that, but she was definitely thinking it. Hey, Matt, did you ever face Tim Lincecum? I have faced Tim Lincecum a bunch of times. I've told this story a couple of times, but I'll tell you my Tim Lincecum story since you asked. So I'm playing Tim Lincecum. First time we saw him was when I was in the Cape Cod League. So I faced him from the Cape Cod League all the way through Pro Ball. But he came out of the bullpen. He struck out like the first 5 guys. I was like the 6th guy up. And everyone was coming back to the dugout, and they're like, we have no chance to hit this guy. He's unbelievable. So I turned to our bench, and I was like, I'm going to take him deep first pitch. And they were all like, I mean, they didn't laugh. They were just probably like, this guy's an idiot. And it's not that I really talk that much trash about guys, whatever, but I was just like, I just said, I'm going to take him deep first pitch fastball right there. Threw me a first pitch fastball, and I smashed this thing to left field. We're playing at Harwich. And I never went into a home run trot, but I was like, that's a homer. I was 100% convinced. And unfortunately, the wind was blowing in really hard from Harwich, and it's a pretty big field, especially compared to Falmouth. Left fielder went back up against the wall, jumped up and caught it.
Against the wall?
Against the wall, jumped up and robbed me. I was convinced it was a home run, and I was like a foot away from calling my shot. Not only calling my shot against Lincecum, but calling first pitch fastball, and I'm going to hit it out. And I never swung first pitch ever, so that was super rare for me to do. Oh, my Daniel Bard stories. I have lots of Daniel Bard stories. I've faced him 1,000,000 times. He's gotten me out 1,000,000 times. Oh. Could everyone do me a favor? Everyone give this video a like. We got to get up to 100 likes. I think that's what we need tonight. 100 likes.
Not possible.
If
only 45 people are watching, there can't be 100 likes.
You want to bet we'll get 100 likes before the night's over?
Well, before the night's over, people are going to keep going on and watching it after you finish.
No.
By the time this game ends, you won't have
before we get to the 5th inning, we're going to have 100 likes. How about that? Bet. You know, one of the most annoying things?
When everybody says bet.
If anyone has kids, young kids, all the silly stuff they say, bet. I always talk to Maddie's friends, and I'll say something, and they all go, bet.
And then there's Cap.
Cap.
What the Sigma.
Yeah.
Skibbity Toilet.
Listen.
Riz.
What the Sigma? I just want to smack him right in the head. What the Sigma? You say what the Sigma to me, it's automatic smack right in the head. But like,
what the Sigma?
no cap. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No cap.
All they say is.
I'm like, what do you mean no cap?
Michael says he's Sigma in class all day long.
Riz. Oh, what? I was in the car driving all his friends around a few days ago, and they were like talking about how somebody.
Yeah, because Michael.
Don't start dropping names. You don't have to say people's names. Don't call them out. Just say this kid.
Someone was saying he was gonna riz up Livy Dunn.
Oh, that's what they were saying. Yeah, they were. That was a cool bubble Machado blew right there where he caught that pop up. That shows how different me and Machado are. I'd be like, "Oh, go, please, go with my glove." And Machado's blowing bubbles. Yeah, so they were like, "Oh, he was risen up Livy Dunn," and I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" I feel like I feel like I live in a different world.
And then everybody stopped the cap. Stop the cap.
Yeah, so that was the big one that was really dry. Get over. That was really driving me nuts when everyone stop the cap. Stop the cap. Whatever happened to just like cool? Like I still use cool. You guys ever say like, "Oh, that's cool"?
No.
What would you say?
I'd say.
What would you say if something's cool? Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know.
Skibbity toilet? What the hell does that mean? Do you use that?
Oh, Skibbity Toilet is like some meme that's going around. It's like a toilet with a head coming out of it, and then there's like cameramen and stuff. It's all over YouTube.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. That's bussin'? You say that?
Bussin' and fire are two words that are similar.
Oh, that's what it is. Fire is like the new cool.
Someone said Ohio Riz.
Fire. Oh, fire. Yeah, fire. I hate when I hear that. I'm like, no, it's not fire. It's cool. That a baby. That's what I'm talking about. Cool. Cool is like probably the biggest word I used as a kid, and I still use it today. Like everything was cool. That's cool. I say it all the time. That's fire. Like, come on, that's fire. You can't be a grown man.
I don't say that. I don't say fire.
You can't be a grown man one day. Like, if I was here and I was like, "Oh, that's fire," like, you can't. That's silly. But
what I say when something's cool is like, "That's sick." That's like.
If something bad, it's Ohio. Do you guys use that? Ohio.
Ohio's like known to have like. I don't know why. It's a meme where Ohio's like.
What's up with all the memes?
I don't know.
I don't get the meme stuff.
It's all over YouTube and stuff. It's like Ohio is like known to be like a goofy thing. Like it's supposed to be like.
You know, I lived in Ohio for 2 years of my life. Well, 2 summers of my life. Played for the Ohio Warhawks in high school. Springfield, Ohio, baby. Not a cool place.
From Ohio.
Not a cool place. Our dog's from Ohio also. Yes, you're right. All right, look at that, Maddie. We already got the 42 likes. Can we get the 50 likes just to tell Maddie that no cap on whatever he's saying? Or maybe it's cap. I don't know how to use it. What MLB clubhouses had the best snacks? Well, the Dodgers had the worst food. I'll tell you that right now. The food after Dodgers food in the clubhouse was literally like I had chicken fingers every night. That's all they had, chicken fingers. Yeah, I lived in Springfield, Ohio for 2 summers.
Is capping on. Maddie is capping on Sigma.
I don't even know what that means. It ain't fire though. I know that much. Yeah, so I played on a travel baseball team called the Ohio Warhawks. You could probably look them up, and so I got a call one day from Ron Slusher. Slush, one of the greatest guys ever. And he was like, I'm in high school, junior year of high school, or in the middle of my junior, towards the end of my junior high school. It's a nice pitch right there. And Ron Slusher calls me, and I don't know who he is, but he's like, Matt, he's like, I want you to come play for me. I have a team in Ohio. We have like this many first round picks and draft picks, and we win national tournaments, national championships, and blah, blah, blah. And I'll help you, go to the college of your choice. Come play for me. And I was like, okay. My mom got home, and I was like, yeah, I talked to this guy on the phone from Ohio, and I'm going to go play for his team. My mother was like, excuse me? And I did. Yeah. I went and played 2 summers for them. And we ended up having a lot of first-round picks. We had like 4 first-round picks one of my years. We had, I think 4 of us went in the first round from just one of my summers there. And like the entire team basically went to the ACC or the SEC. We're pretty loaded. And when I wanted to go to Wake Forest, he was like, Slush was like, where do you want to go to college? I was like, kind of want to go to Wake Forest. He was like, all right, hold on one sec. He gets on the phone. He
We
calls
have
Wake
more
Forest.
likes than people.
You're right. He gets on the phone. He calls up the coach at Wake Forest. He gets off the phone, and he's like, you're good. You're going to go to Wake Forest. And I was like, okay. And I did. I went to Wake Forest. Oh, man. I thought Manny
He
was
could have just hit that ball to the moon.
I thought that's 2 fly balls.
Weight room again.
He just missed that one again. Wake Forest is a pitcher's paradise as far as development, but it's a great hitter's park. Although I played on their old park. The park I played on no longer exists.
Right field is just the shortest,
Yeah.
that little, cabin in right field.
Yeah, Matty's been to Wake Forest Park. He's seen a couple of games there. But, yeah, right field is super short, and the wind blows out hard to right field.
It's a Homer Dome.
Homer Dome. Yeah, Matty one day, I don't know if he'll pitch or not, but you might end up going to Wake Forest, you think? Dynamite drop it. Mark Pryor is a former teammate of mine.
Mark Pryor?
Yeah, he was with the Padres when I was with the Padres.
Matt, you have seen the documentary on Netflix?
No. Don't you keep putting your hand right in the way. I just missed that swing right there. I have not seen that. Maddie's trying to read it, but I'll just answer because I've read it quick. I have not seen it.
I've seen this one.
I'll have to watch that. All right, everyone, we got to get the likes up here. If everyone in here could give this video a like, if you have not given it a like so far, that would be excellent.
Everybody has given it a
I
like.
bet you we get the 50 with that request right there.
Stop the cap.
We're not going to stop the cap. We're going to get the 50 right now.
46. We need 4.
Yeah, so I have not been locked into this game, so
40.
I know Manny just missed 2
There
balls.
needs to be 2 likes.
I mean, Yamamoto is basically...
we got the 50.
Told you we get the 50 right. Yeah, thank you, guys and girls. So, Yamamoto's what? He's like mostly fastball, splitter with a curveball.
Nasty.
But I think he's mostly fastball, curveball, splitter. Like, I think he's like 40% fastball, like 18 to 20%, or like, I think he's like 40% fastball, 20% curveball, 20% splitter. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what he is. So I haven't really been watching enough to see if the fastball is just a little up and like guys are just not getting on top of it and hitting fly balls. I'm not sure.
It's Tom Brady in a Tostitos ad. This is making me hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 52 likes now.
I
Yeah.
like how Bill Belichick is doing like the ads on.
Oh yeah, for DoorDash.
DoorDash.
Maddie saw Belichick on DoorDash's ad yesterday, and you would have thought he just saw like I don't know. He was like,
I've never seen Bill Belichick in an advertisement before in my entire life.
Me either, but he's been doing DoorDash. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Thoughts on Brady the broadcaster? So we watched. Go ahead, Maddie. Maddie wants to give his opinion. Now you gotta tell everyone that you only watched his first game.
Not true.
Yes,
but,
it is true. You watch his.
Like, people were telling him he's like not putting like enough motion into it, so that he every time he scored.
You mean emotion?
Emotion, whatever it's called. And every
that's
time
right.
he scored a touchdown, he'd start to like act like he was like very impressed and surprised.
That is true. So that's right. That is true, Jason. Yeah. So the first game, like Brady, I've only watched him twice. I don't know how many games he's been on so far, but I've watched him twice.
It's too high.
And the first game, obviously, first time doing it, he seemed a little uncomfortable, which is totally normal, I would say, doing it for your first time. And
you're talking to millions of people.
the way his voice was kind of working, he was pausing a lot, and he would stop talking and then start talking, and there felt to be no rhythm behind anything he was doing. Like, that's how it kept feeling. And so, at least that's how I felt. So I was like, geez Louise, like,
pull it together, Tom.
pull it together, Tom. Come on, Tommy. Yeah, so that was the first time. Did Freddie just go deep? No.
He missed it. Weight room!
You just love telling everyone weight room.
I like to yell weight room when someone hits it off into the warning track.
So that was the first time. And then, like, the second time I watched Brady, all of a sudden it was like, oh, look at all those pitches right there.
How many does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pitches. 8 flipping pitches.
That's crazy it
his curveball is so far behind.
That's what I was going to say. That's the difference. That's crazy.
He throws 8 pitches.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I would hate to hit against you, Darvish.
Why?
Just so many pitches.
You never know what's coming.
I know. What I should do, what I like doing normally, as Maddie knows, is when I watch a game, I like to try to call every single pitch that's coming.
You always try to call high fastball.
And how
jam
good
him
am I?
inside on a slider.
And how good am I
Every
usually?
time it's right, though. That's what I don't get.
I know. We were watching the game or whatever, and I was.
We were watching like the.
What game was it?
2.
Game 2, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, I had to have been like 20 in a row. I was like slider down and away, fastball in, and then I'd be like, ooh. I was just, and Maddie was like, how do you know what they're gonna? How do you? I mean, I could have just been getting lucky. Also, it's hard with you because he's got 14 pitches, so it's hard to guess. But
You can try it with Yamamoto when the Dodgers pitch.
I know.
Hey, this guy won the home run derby.
One way that I do cheat a lot too, though.
Did you look at the catcher's signs?
No, I don't look at the catcher signs. There are no signs. They're pitch com now.
Oh yeah.
The catchers give a lot away. Like, I don't want
where they
to.
set
I don't
up.
want to tip it too much, but like I steal signs off the catchers the way they set up a ton, especially at like when we play. Like you can just tell if if they move their right foot first, if they move their left foot first, if they go. Some guys will go knee down in certain pitches. Some guys will
Slider
go.
away. Told you.
How'd you know that?
Well, because the catcher's are up to the left.
They could have been a fastball away.
Matt secretly has Astros test. Check.
See, like especially
Hey,
like.
give me a trash can. Ding, ding. The Padres jerseys are sick if you got a blue arm sleeve.
And like depending on who's pitching, like sometimes, and we'll like relay a lot of stuff in. I love relaying signs in. It's like my favorite thing to do. But like you'll see sometimes like the catcher, he wants a fastball up, and like the catcher just fall into the same habits all the time where they'll like on a fastball up every time they'll set up early and they might like set up early, put their glove up here, and then they get ready, and then they raise it back up again, or like. If they're calling slider away, they'll set up away and they'll like their glove will be down and it won't be up. And then if you just watch the catcher and watch how he sets up, righties and lefties are different. As far as hitters, I'm talking about, like they might set up different for righty versus lefty. But if you just kind of watch, like, okay, how does he set up when there's a righty up and he calls a slider, and how does he set up when he's a righty up and he calls a fastball, and then you just watch that. And you'll start to notice that they do like little things the same. And at youth levels, most guys throw like 3 pitches max. And a lot of guys won't go fastball in. So like it makes it pretty easy. And guys have no idea they're doing it because they're not on TV and there's no scouting reports. So you can steal a ton of pitches off of the catcher. And obviously the hitter can't see it, but you just can relay it in from the bench, or we have a bunch of ways we can do it, and it's not cheating either. What's most of the talk revolve around in our house?
Most of the talk.
Yeah. What do we talk about mostly in our house?
Lucy.
Well, yeah, our dog. Other than our family members.
You talk about baseball a lot.
Yeah. What else?
Your fantasy football team.
Yeah. And what else?
You talk.
That's pretty much it.
We talk a lot about sports.
Sports, yeah, exactly. We talk a lot about sports. Talk a lot about investing.
Yep. You talk a lot about Tesla.
Tesla, yeah. I'm a big Tesla shareholder. I've been buying Tesla shares since, when did I start buying Tesla shares?
During COVID, probably.
Before COVID. I've owned Tesla for 6-7 years, something like that. It's been a good investment. Yeah, so we mostly talk. I mean, my big
schedules, when you have to go to work.
Yeah, but my big hobbies: baseball, football, basketball, sports, and
in the winter,
stocks.
A lot of Celtics.
Yeah, Celtics in the winter. A lot of basketball talk. Right now, the talk's all football. A little bit of baseball, obviously, with the playoffs, but Maddie can probably give you a pretty good scouting report on most football players.
I bet you something's gonna pop up.
Well, I think the Celtics are definitely talented enough to go back to back.
They're definitely making the playoffs.
I mean, there's no doubt they should be favorites.
We just have to hope Porzingis' ankle is fine.
Yeah, Porzingis coming back healthy will be a big deal. And you just never know with like other injuries and all that stuff. I mean, their team is so talented. It's crazy.
Stacked.
It is quite stacked.
I mean, it's kind of unfair to put like Drew Holiday, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis,
I think they know the Celtics
Jalen
line.
Brown. Like, it's unfair.
It's a good take right there. 2-2 take on the splitter. So now it's 3-2. I didn't watch it. Let's see if we can start watching and figure out, what pitches are going to be thrown.
Pingus.
That's a strike. 98 on the inside corner and down.
That's impossible to hit.
That's a really hard pitch to hit. All right, so let's watch. We'll just watch as that bat right there. All right, so first pitch, something. I don't know what he's gonna start him off with, but let's just see. So he starts in breaking ball.
I'm gonna try to guess what pitches he's gonna throw.
I would guess he's throwing fastball here. He just went curveball. He's gonna go fastball away.
Fastball in.
Fastball away. Boom, 1 for 1.
That's not away. That's right down the middle.
That was a little bit away. What do you think he's gonna go with this time?
Slider.
He just blew him away. He can go fastball again.
High fastball.
Well, let's see. I was right. What do you know? I'm 2 for 2. So he went curveball, then he went fastball away. He was late on both pitches. Now what do you throw?
He was late on the fastball. Just maybe throw him another fastball, high fastball, or jam.
You're gonna triple up on it? I don't know. He might throw splitter down and try to get him with a splitter down.
Slider inside.
He went curveball. Yeah, I would have went off speed there too. But I didn't think he was going to go curveball. I figured he'd go splitter. So now he's gone fastball, late, curveball early. I wouldn't go curveball again if I was here. I would go, you can go fastball up and try to get him. No, he's going curveball again. He went back-to-back curveballs. I wouldn't have gone back-to-back curveballs. Unless I guess he thought that he was going to not think he was going to go there. Million of those robo-taxis, you're right. Location is definitely important, but I do think, are you talking about speeders and it doesn't matter how fast you throw, or are you talking about mixing speeds? A location is very difficult. Like, it's hard to hit your spots. Oh, gotcha.
To be honest, in what I'm pitching in like Little League, in like travel ball and stuff for Antonelli, I feel like I don't care where I throw it in the strike zone. I just want to throw it somewhere in the strike zone.
Yeah, well, I mean,
unless I'm throwing a curveball.
Most players, most 9-year-olds, I mean, you were dying in Antonelli baseball. You're trying to throw the ball over the plate. Even big leaguers, like, big leaguers obviously have the best command out of like anybody in the world, but like very few of their pitches go right where they want it. Like most pitchers miss their spot.
Like think about somebody who can put it right where they want every pitch.
It's just hard to put it exactly where you want it. Like that's not exactly where he wanted the ball right there.
He probably wanted it top corner.
I mean, typically the thing is like if you're going away, miss away. Don't miss back over the plate. If you're going in, miss in. So like they have like that's when you know that the guy's command is pretty solid. But like if you watch exactly where they set up, like that's a good example. He wanted that ball down and away. The ball missed in, but you know the guy doesn't hit it. It's just hard to put the ball where you want it. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, Maddox is probably the best command pitcher of all time. He also got, he had a ton of movement, and he had a big old strike zone. Like, I've seen some videos of him throwing balls, that far off the plate. They're like, the strike zone has definitely got tightened up as far as east to west. Yeah, Class A is disgusting. I do not drink beer. I mean, I will drink a beer, but I'll say this. I will never. Have you ever seen me go in the fridge and grab a beer?
You never have it here.
Never.
The only time you'd ever have it if like someone offers it to you at a party.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah, I will never ever go upstairs and get a beer out of my fridge. I mean, we have some beers in there in case someone comes over that likes it, but I have never in my life grabbed the beer out of my fridge. The only time is like exactly if we're at like a cookout or something and like someone offers me one, I'll drink one, but I don't particularly like beer. I like wine. So if I was gonna have a drink, I would definitely have a glass of wine. Maybe we should tell mommy to come down and bring a glass of wine. You can't have any, but
What do you think?
we'll have a glass.
I ain't 18.
We'll have a glass of wine and watch the Padres Dodgers.
Shaq is in an ad.
Yeah, you're right. Class A is like that. He's like Rivera, who could throw one pitch and get you out. And Jansen was like that a little bit too.
Kenley.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really depends. Like now I'm thinking about command and stuff, and it's like, oh, look at this play right there by Jeter. Catch, boom, into the stands. Crazy. 2001. You weren't even close to being alive at that point.
I wasn't alive for another 13 years.
That's good math. 13 years you weren't alive for, and that play feels like it was yesterday for me. He doesn't really have a favorite team.
Me?
Yeah, what's your favorite team?
My favorite team?
Yeah.
Well, my favorite team would probably either be.
That means you don't have one. If it takes you 7 minutes to answer, that means you don't have a team. He doesn't have a favorite team. Neither do I.
I like what are they called?
If you have to say what are they called?
I like the Phillies.
Okay. He's kind of like me. We just cheer for players and don't really have a team. We have a football team and a basketball team, but we don't have a football team this year. Hey, what's up, Russell? So my Super Bowl pick. So I'll tell you a talent I have. Other than
He thought that the Eagles were gonna win the.
so I have a really good talent of picking the Super Bowl winner.
Patriot memories.
So I always bet every year on who I think is going to win the Super Bowl. But I do not take, like some people just like pick the favorite. I almost never take the favorite.
You picked somebody.
And I went on a stretch where I won like year after year after year after year. Like I just kept winning. And
This year you're cooked.
so this year, my pick's not looking very good. But I went the year the Rams won the Super Bowl, I had them. The year the Bucks won the Super Bowl, I had them. The year I had the Patriots when they beat the Rams. I had the Patriots when they beat the Falcons. I had the who else did I have? What other Super Bowls were we missing? And these were not like the favorites to win at all. Like when I took the Bucks, the Brady year, when I took the Bucks, they were like I got 17-1 odds, I think, that year. And then the Rams year when they won the Super Bowl. So I usually try to take like a team that if I bet something, I'm going to win a lot, but also that I think is going to win. So this year, I ended up going with the Eagles, and I got, what were the odds when I took the Eagles?
Not very high.
No, I mean, like, they were probably like the 8th or 9th favorited team to win it, maybe something like that.
They're not gonna.
But
They don't have A.J. Brown playing.
A.J. Brown's back and Devontae Smith is back, so
Oh.
their defense is putrid, though. So the reason I took the Eagles this
They
year
should trade for Myles Garrett.
is I thought, so I took the Eagles before they even before they even signed Saquon. I also don't wait till the season starts. I make these, like, I pick them early, but I just thought, I had a feeling they might go after Saquon, and I thought their offense would be crazy good, and then I thought that the defense
Was gonna struggle.
with Vic Fangio. No, I thought with Vic Fangio, and then they had Huff, who's done nothing, and I thought Jalen Carter, and I thought he'd be a beast, and I thought that they ended up drafting young corners, and I just thought Fangio would get the defense playing much, much better than what they did down the stretch last year, and so far it hasn't happened. Although I do still have faith that Fangio will figure it out. Huh?
Their defense was really good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What was last Super Bowl? Eagles Chiefs?
Yeah, so you are allowed to do that, Anthony. So you can pause and hesitate and do all
No, it
that
was
stuff.
Chiefs. The Eagles defense
Yes,
was
he
really
did.
good when they faced the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons that sorry to talk so much football, but I love football. One of the reasons I always like the Eagles is because they always put a ton into their offensive and defensive lines. If I was going to build a team, like if I was a general manager, I would really build from. I would start with the defensive and offensive line. I'm a sucker for pass rushers. Like, I just want pass rushers. I literally feel like if you can rush the passer with 4 guys and you can play 2 deep safeties and rush with 4, eventually, and you make the team drive down the field, eventually, if you have a good pass rush with 4 guys, you have a couple studs, you're going to get to the quarterback. All you need is 1 sack, and now, like, they're going to have to probably punt. So that's why I've always liked the Eagles, because, like, they like to put a lot of resources into the defensive line. Defensive line, especially, like, for me, is huge. But the problem is they can't freaking tackle. Their defense is such a bad tackling team. And their defensive line, who I thought was going to be like a super strong point of their team, has not really done a whole lot so far. So
I feel like Freddie Freeman.
I do play fantasy football. I took off of fantasy football. I stopped playing in 2019. I was back-to-back fantasy championships. I play in, like, Yahoo prize leagues or whatever. So I won back-to-back leagues. I won, $2,500 2 years in a row. Was feeling good. Then COVID hit. Did not do fantasy in 2020 because of COVID. And then I hadn't done it again until this year. This is my first year back doing it.
And you're already 4.
And we're in first place right now. So we just do like prize leagues that, I'm facing like 9 other random people. But I love fantasy football.
Your team is stacked. You just have to hope Devontae
Yes,
Adams
you're
gets
right.
traded.
The Eagles' defensive line, their whole defense has been very bad. I am hoping that they go out, and I don't know how you can fix it at this point, but they need to make some type of addition to that team. I told Maddie I want them to go all in for Max Crosby. I want them the Raiders. The they're gonna trade Devontae Adams.
Who's
Go all in for Crosby. That's what I want.
Who's Devontae gonna go to?
I don't know. I need Devontae Adams to go someplace though because he's on my fantasy team and I need him to go someplace. We're 4-1 right now, and our best players have really not really done much, and we still keep winning. So,
Lucy,
oh boy,
our dog just came down.
there she is. Oh,
Jesus. Are you mental?
Laura, we were just saying you should come get a glass of
Lucy, get off
get a
of
glass
my
of
head.
wine and come sit down and watch the game with us.
Chill, axe, you psychopath. Lucy, you want to say
Lucy,
hi?
who's this right there?
Lucy.
Don't bang her into the.
Look.
What are they doing, Luce?
The oh, you've been watching us on there?
I did have it on, and I put it on when you were talking about Mia waking up through the night. It's like, tell him to delete that.
Mia said that.
Yeah.
She can't at the live stream. Lucy.
Go get your remote. She's chewing on your remote.
Hey. No. Oh, my Billy. Oh, nope, never mind. Lucy.
Laura, the wine.
What?
Nothing.
Somebody commented Laura the wine.
All right, so now we're going to the bullpen here. This game has been so just. I mean, not a whole lot happening right now. Maddie, don't do that. We're not playing basketball right now. Will we ever get to see your wife? I doubt it, John.
Go just show yourself in the camera for one second.
Is that basketball too loud? Maddie's now shooting hoops. Oh, nasty sweeper right there. Incoming. Wow. Who's this? Who's this right there? Is that you? Oh, she's out of here. Ah, she just wiped her butt on the. She just wiped her butt right there on the sofa. Oh, she didn't? Well, she must have had an itchy butt, but she just wiped it right there.
Let's see.
I'll make sure I don't sit on that side of the sofa.
She didn't go to the bathroom. You didn't go potty? I just took you outside.
She doesn't have to go to the bathroom already.
Yeah, this has not been the most exciting game from a hitting
So
perspective.
fun. Nobody's going deep.
Nobody's going deep, Maddie said.
Nobody's watching your video. You don't know you got 41 people.
So hey, take it easy over there. Laura's saying nobody's watching. Lucy, stop. So the baseballs that get tossed out, usually, I think those balls a lot of times, I mean, I don't know what they do with these ones, but we used to get shipments in the minor leagues of like a ton of major league balls, and I think a lot of them, like when they get thrown out of here, they just send them to, I don't know if they send them down to their affiliates or, you know, they donate them to whoever, but.
Lucy, you're nuts. There's a tripod.
The pitchers will definitely notice. The pitchers notice every little, I mean, they don't, if the ball touches the ground at any point, they throw the ball out. Is there going to be a giveaway? I haven't done a giveaway in a little bit. This phone's going to go down in a minute though, because she's like going crazy running between the tripods. Somehow she has not knocked it over, but she's gone through it like 20 times.
It's going down in a sec.
Hey.
No, Lucy down.
Oh. Bruce Bolt giveaway. I need to get some Bruce Bolts to do that.
Fine. Lucy, come here.
Yeah, I don't think baseball will ever go back to. I don't think you're ever going to see like a lot of sack bunts and hit and runs and that stuff ever again. I do think. I have no stats for this, okay? So take it for. I mean, don't. You can look up the stats if you want, but I do feel like certain teams have gotten away from just trying to hit the long ball. It's a nice play right there, especially on a bad ankle. It's just so, I mean, every time I watch baseball, I just get like so amazed by, like when I played baseball, if like right now he's throwing 97 with I'm just going to watch a couple pitches, but like he's throwing 97 right now, right? If he were to come into the game when I played, everyone would be like, holy crap, like we got a guy throwing hard as hell tonight, fellas. Now he comes in and this is like normal stuff. This is like what most bullpen guys do. The game has changed so much. It is so hard to hit. Like we used to when I played, like the bullpen, it was always like, get to the bullpen, guys. Like the bullpen isn't good. You get guys coming out of the bullpen like 92, 93. Now it's like 97, 98, 100, 102. It's like, what the hell? You get the starter out. The starter's throwing 95. You get him out, and now you see 98. It's like, with 88-mile-an-hour sweepers. Like, what are we talking about? If pitchers are fragile as far as getting hurt more, I mean, yeah, maybe, but who cares? There's a million of them. It's like they just keep coming. Oh, into the bat. Yeah, the off-speed stuff's better. Like everything's better. The pitching is just so freaking good. And why do they call fastballs sinkers? I mean, not everyone has a sinker, but I think they've always called sinkers. But yeah, the pitching is it's so incredibly good. And a lot of people want to harp on that hitting is just not like, oh, hitters stink or whatever. The hitters are, in my opinion, still great. It's just the pitching is so freaking good. What did this say? Do I think bringing in the AI AB system would change things? What do you mean? What system? Like the automatic, like robo-wums, basically? Yeah, I don't know if the Padres are just trying to hit home runs. I mean, honestly, I haven't been that zoned into this game because I've been answering questions the whole time. I mean, I doubt that their plan was, let's go up there and hit home runs tonight. I think guys that drive the ball go up there and say, I'm gonna hit this ball hard. And a guy like Arise is not gonna do that. He's gonna say, let me get a pitch to hit and hit a hard line drive someplace. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, with the challenges and all that. I mean, yeah, they'll definitely change some stuff, but I don't think it's gonna. Make pitchers hit again. I don't think I honestly don't want to see that. I hated watching pitchers hit because none of them can hit. It's hard enough for a hitter to hit, never mind a pitcher to hit. The worst was like playing defense when the pitcher got up because you were like, okay, it's like it's either a sack bunt or a strikeout. So Tesla robots or radars. I mean, if we can just have I'd love to have 1,000,000 Tesla bots in the world. I'd probably be living on an island somewhere. You is just still grinding away. What's he at? He's only at 60 pitches, huh? Wow. Best hitting pitcher?
Shohei Ohtani.
It's an unfair answer. Best hitting pitcher when I played?
Shohei Ohtani.
I mean, I'm trying to think when I
What
played.
are those-
Madison Bumgarner was. Why can't I think of somebody when I played? I'm trying to think of what pitcher got up that I was like, oh, this guy can swing it a little bit.
Shohei.
Yeah, DeGrom definitely.
Ohtani.
I mean, he was a shortstop in college, so. Yeah, Kershaw. So I faced Kershaw, and I don't actually remember any of the at-bats that he got. What are you eating? You're eating? No. She's eating
The
the string on my pants. Yeah, we're not going to eat that. So
Tuck it in.
she's teething right now. She's been losing a lot of teeth lately, and now she wants the last like week or so. She wants to chew on everything.
We got her a chew toy, but she likes to chew on like sticks and stuff instead. When you take her outside, does she try to like eat sticks and bring them inside? Because every time I try to take her outside, she always grabs sticks and tries to take them inside. Yeah, we're not gonna eat that. It's got a plastic end.
Well, I would say
Tuck them in.
Cosmos. So I would say that he probably has thrown a lot more than one pitch that he threw that he was like, I don't want to be there, but it just Hernandez didn't miss that one. I actually did a video on that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying a lot of times people say that like, oh man, he only had one bad pitch. He probably had a bunch of pitches he didn't like. But you need the combination of, because hitters, even if you threw the ball right, think of how many balls have been right down the middle tonight that guys have fouled off and missed. So it's like, you need the combination of, I threw the ball not where I wanted it, and this guy didn't miss the pitch. Because even balls that are thrown like over the heart of the plate, they don't get, it's just because hitting is so hard, they don't get hit all the time. These gloves back here are just these are like really old gloves. I've had them up here forever. So this is a pitching glove right there. It's a buckler. So they sent me these gloves a while ago and wanted me to do giveaways. So I did some giveaways, and then they sent me a couple for myself.
Can I put it
I don't
on?
even know if they make these anymore. It's a bad chase right there by Ohtani. That ball's way off the plate.
I can't squeeze it.
Let's see. Oh, hey, Adam. A pitcher that had a hard time guessing what he was going to throw that I faced? That is a good question. Let me go back and think about the pitchers that I faced. Another quick inning. Well, I can kind of go through the pitchers real quick and talk about some of them. So, like, I'm just trying to... Hey, Lucy! Come here. So, like, first game I faced Maddox. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, my first time in the major leagues. I faced, obviously, a ton of guys. But, like, Maddox was easy because I literally was just sitting on slow stuff. So I just sat. He was probably the easiest at bat in my life. I was just sitting like slow. I felt like whether it was a fastball or changeup, everything was slow. I didn't have to like honor his fastball at all. And I was just thinking hit something up the middle because I didn't want to think pull because I'd roll it over. And I got a fastball middle of play to hit single. Next game I think was like Kershaw. Kershaw was fastball breaking back then. I mean, it's a long time ago, but it was fastball breaking ball. He wasn't throwing that like he wasn't throwing at that time a slider. I don't believe when I faced him. No, Lucy. Now she's eating the remote and she just stopped the game. Hold on a second. So most of the time when I faced the pitcher, I was a good fastball hitter. So I was always sitting fastball for most guys. And then probably not until AAA was a little bit of an adjustment because AAA was the first place I played where they wouldn't give in to guys because AAA is a lot of like, at least when I played, it was a lot of crafty guys that had been in the big leagues,
And
bounced
got
up
sent
and
down.
down. Yeah, guys that got sent down, 4A
Like
guys.
Jackson Holiday.
No, not like Jackson Holiday. But like a lot of guys that were just crafty. So like that was the first time in my career where it was like 2-1, you'd get off speed. 3-1, you'd get a cutter. 2-0, you'd get a changeup. And I was like, what the hell? At most other levels, I get the 2-0 because I had a really good eye. I didn't chase. So if I could get up 1-0, 2-0, I'd be like, oh, here comes a fastball, and I'd hammer it. And then that didn't happen in AAA as much because guys don't just lay it in there for you. So, I mean, but still, I'm typically almost always looking for fastball early in the count. I wasn't like the greatest off-speed hitter, but also I never really sat on it very much. Let me think of some guys that like, who was? Ubaldo Jimenez, I faced him, and he was tough because he threw like really hard sliders, and they were like, he was one of the few guys back then that was throwing like 89 mile an hour sliders. That was like, holy crap. And he threw me a lot of them. So he walked me my first at bat, I think, and then the second at bat, he struck me out on 3 sliders, and I didn't swing at any of them. I was like, what are these things? What other guys? I'm trying to think. Like Justin Verlander, I'm just thinking of like bigger name guys. Justin Verlander faced him. My strategy against him was just get a fastball early. I didn't want to get to his off-speed stuff late. The better the pitcher, the earlier I'm attacking fastball, the more aggressive I am. I had a single first at bat against him to right field, just hit like a hard ball to right. Like Jonathan Broxton, he was like the big time closer back when I played for the Dodgers. He threw like 100, and same thing, fastball early, first pitch fastball, I hit a double down the line. And then like Tim Lincecum, if I'm facing Lincecum, I'm sitting fastball and I'm attacking early. I'm not messing around because I don't want to see his breaking ball at all.
Was it good?
Yeah, the better the breaking ball, the more aggressive I am to the fastball. If a guy has a splitter, when I played, I don't want to get the 2 strikes. The best 2-strike approach is don't get the 2 strikes. And that wasn't always easy for me because I took a lot of pitches because I just was a super passive hitter. What other guys? I'm trying to think of. Ooh, fastball in. Max Scherzer, face Max Scherzer. That was one of the quickest and most uncomfortable at bats I ever faced. He was throwing me like these hard, like cut fastballs that I just was struggling to see. Some guys, you face certain guys, you just don't see the ball well. Like Max Scherzer, he struck me out on 3 straight pitches, I think it was, if I remember. And I feel like I didn't see any of them. Oh, watch out. And then like a lot of times, so like I always sat fastball, and then it was just like, okay, what part of the plate am I kind of sitting on? So like, like Derek Lowe, I'm just randomly thinking of guys like Derek Lowe. When I faced Derek Lowe, he threw like heavy sinking fastballs, like two-seam sinkers, and I just would always remember thinking like, okay, anything middle in, I'm taking. Anything middle away, I'm swinging, because the ball middle away is going to come back over the heart of the plate. I'll hit it. If I see anything that looks like it's going to, if it's starting middle in, I'm leaving it because it's going to sink and be a ball in. So like those were more of my strategies. I was always almost always on the fastball, and then depending on the movement of the pitch, that's where I decide where I'm looking for the ball, like in what zone. A sinker baller, I'm gonna look for it up and out. If a guy's throwing if a guy's throwing like a really high spin fastball, which back in the day we didn't call it a high spin fastball because we didn't even get spin rates. There were no such thing as spin rate. What is she eating? What is she eating?
This thing.
She can have that. Let me see this pitch. Wow, this is bad right now for the Padres. Is she eating that thing again, Maddie? She still has it?
Yeah.
So, like, if I was facing a guy that threw, like, a fastball, which, again, we didn't call it a high spin rate fastball. We just said this fastball feels like it takes off on you. Like, I would say, okay, I'm hitting the fastball, but I need to see the ball down. I cannot swing at a high fastball, so just look for something down. So that was mostly my approach. Yeah, so in every clubhouse we played in, there would be a computer. So like at Petco, we had a room when you go out. I'm sure it's still in the same spot, but when you go out of the clubhouse, you go down like this hallway. If you go on the left, it's a batting cage. If you go on the right, it's like a room with a bunch of computers. So you would go in there to watch film. And then when you're on the road, they'd always have like a laptop in the clubhouse, and you could watch film. To be quite honest, I watch film before every game on the pitcher, but I would just watch. All I really wanted to know, or at least back then, was, Maddie, what are you watching that on? Hey, turn it off. We're not doing video games at whatever time it is. So like I just wanted to know how the fastball moved. Was it a sinker? Was it a four-seamer? And then like where does he like to throw it? Does he want to throw it up? Does he want to throw it in? Does he want to throw it away? And then like, I obviously what his off-speed stuff is, and then what he tries to get righties out with 2 strikes. So like, is he going to throw a splitter? Is he going to go slider off the plate? Is he going to go fastball up? So like those were like the basic things that I remember looking at. And then you'd get a printout. So I'm sure they do it on iPads now, but like when I played, there was no such thing as an iPad yet. So you'd get a printout that was sitting in your locker when you would get into the clubhouse. So say you were facing like for instance, one example, we're playing the Brewers. I was facing Jeff Suppan. And he threw a big 12-6 breaking ball, but so you would get a printout that would just say like, geez Louise. It would say what pitches what percentage, it would say all the counts and then what pitch they would throw in each count and what the percentage was. So it would say like, in a 3-2 count, he throws 72% fastballs, 12% curveballs, whatever. And it would do that for every count. And I remember I got so pissed because the Jeff Suppan one said that in 3-2 counts, he threw a super high percentage. I think it was curveballs in those counts. And I remember getting to that count and sitting on that pitch and not getting it.
Likes to lie on
and
the
I was
ground.
like furious that I was like, I overthought everything. And I guessed on 3-2. I guessed on 2 strikes when I never really sit off speed in 2 strikes. I would sit fastballs typically, but try to hit them the right field, and then I could hit oh my God, almost got hit in the face. But I remember I got pissed. Like he didn't throw it to me. I think I struck out, and I remember being like, the stupid scouting report. I was going to tell you something else with that, but I can't remember now. You know, but a lot goes into it because you also have to think like, okay, what type of hitter am I? And like, you know, when I'm a rookie, I was told a couple of things when I made my debut, when I got called up. So I was told that, golly, they are just blowing people away right now. The crazy thing is that was 94, and that's considered like slow out of the bullpen now. And that ball's still by him. Lucy has an amazing ability to hit the mute button every time she jumps on the sofa. So like when I got called up, I was told that, you know, one thing that pitchers do to young kids is they'll throw you fastballs in, and they want to see if you'll chase it or if you'll take it. Because if you swing at the fastball in, if it's on mute, if you chase the fastball in, you know, you're going to be in big trouble because then they can really expose you because then they get you, you know, you're swinging at the ball in, then you're cautious of the ball in, and then it makes you susceptible to the slow ball away. So, you know, I remember being told that, but to be honest, if you looked at my scouting report, I don't know how many guys actually did or if they were like, this kid's young and he stinks or whatever, but if you wanted to get me out, just throw me fastballs early and first pitch, throw me a fastball because I took first pitch a ton. If you miss first pitch fastball, then throw me off-speed pitch, second pitch, because my favorite pitch to hit was 1-0 fastballs because I got a good look at the first pitch and I always took first pitch until maybe my third or fourth at bat. Then I might surprise the pitcher, but I never swung first pitch. I almost never swung first pitch, first at bat or second at bat. I don't know why, I just didn't. But yeah, first pitch fastball, throw it to me, try to get a strike. And then if you get a strike, don't throw fastballs anymore. Just throw breaking balls and they don't have to be located. Just spin the ball over the plate because I'm probably going to take it. And then when you get the 2 strikes, try to walk me off the plate with a slider. And if I don't get walked off by a slider, then, I mean, that would probably be my approach. Yeah, try to walk me off the plate with a slider. But that's how you would pitch against me. But I didn't chase very much. I didn't chase fastballs ever, really. I don't know if I ever chased a fastball off the plate. That'd be an interesting stat to see.
Good girl.
But I don't think I ever chased fastball off the plate. The only pitch I would chase off the plate would be a slider away with 2 strikes. Never with less than 2 strikes. Because I wasn't. No. Don't let her eat. Oh. I wasn't ever sitting off speed less than 2 strikes. Very rarely. So
I'm gonna go get her butterfly.
I would never chase it. I didn't have very many skill. I say that's being a little unfair, but because I had some skills. But my best skill in baseball was pitch recognition. Like, you know, sometimes as a player, you know how they say, and listen, I was not that good of a player, but like, you know how they say like, oh, like, you know, it's hard for great players to be good coaches because everything came so easy to them. like it's so hard for Barry Bonds to be a great hitting coach because it came so easy to him. Like I heard a Barry Bonds story about how a hitter was chasing breaking balls, off-speed stuff in the dirt, and he said to him, like, Barry, like, I can't lay off that breaking ball down and away, like, what do I do to lay off it? And Barry was like, well, don't swing at it. And he was like, no, I know, don't swing at it. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to swing at it, but like, how do I not swing at it? What do I do? And he's like, just don't swing at it. And like, so like sometimes it's hard. My one skill was that like I could pick up the pitches really early and I never chase. So like I try to remind myself that like when a guy swings breaking ball in the dirt and swings and misses at it, I'm like, I say it to my dad all the time, but I don't say it to the players. I'm always like, how the hell do you do that? I've never in my life ever chased a non-2-strike breaking ball in the dirt, like in my whole life. But then you also have to understand, like I try to remind myself, like that was my skill. So I was really good at that.
Down.
Not everyone's going to be good at that.
Chip,
That's a strike.
come out of here for a sec. Sit there, down. You can chew on that. There. Look.
I did see that video, Andrew, of that drill.
That one's better for her teeth.
Yeah, that's better.
You've been living this for almost 2 hours.
Huh?
You've had this live for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, oh my God, you're right. We have been on here for almost 2 hours.
You're losing viewers.
Good thing it's been
Hold
a quick
on.
game.
What happened to 70 likes, but 100
Oh yeah, I
likes,
said
but-
100 likes before the fifth. Oh, Teoscar just went deep. Sorry
Right
if
as
I'm
you
ahead of
said
you.
that. Right as you just said, this has been a slow game. Oscar hit a nuke. Lucy.
Bonds had X-ray vision from the steroids. Well, the thing with Bonds is, so Bonds he obviously had a great eye. Like I was saying before, like my best tool, that's not even really a tool. I guess it is a tool a little bit, but like I was really good at pitch recognition and being able to, not swing at bad pitches. Bonds obviously was even better than I was, clearly. But the thing with Bonds too is like he had such a short swing, such a short, quick swing, that he could get the longest look at the ball because he didn't, like if you have a lot of length in your swing, you've got to start your swing earlier because it takes longer to get there, which means you get less time to see what pitch is coming in. If you have a super short, compact swing, well then you can see the ball for a really long time because you don't have to swing as early. Your swing happens so quick and it's so short, you can get a longer look at the ball. And then I think, did Muncy just go deep too? No.
Oh, Lucy just tried to turn on the PlayStation.
And so, Bonds had the best of both worlds. He had a great ability to see the ball and pick it up and a super short swing.
She doesn't know that the door's shut. Lucy, the door's shut. That's the end of you, Darvish.
That's a big home run in this game, obviously.
He screamed, "Let's go, baby!"
Yeah. If an MLB team offered me a coaching job, would I take it? I've actually been offered probably 20 coaching jobs by professional baseball teams, and I've turned them all down. So a lot of people ask me that. I got offered a minor league managing job pretty much the second I retired from baseball, and I turned it down. And then I've been offered probably 20 jobs since then.
Didn't you go to
all different
coach
jobs.
college at what's it called?
Holy Cross?
Holy Cross. Yeah.
I did, yeah.
And you coached Wake.
I coach at Wake Forest for you. Yeah, I think sometimes
It's the Jersey Mike Stubbs guy. This
that's
guy's
Danny
the best.
DeVito. He's an actor.
He's in every Jersey Mike Stubbs ad.
So yeah, like I get asked that question a lot. A lot of people always say to me, like, is your dream to one day, like, hopefully get a professional coaching job? Like, I've been offered lots of different jobs. Like, I've been offered managing jobs in the minor leagues. I've been offered hitting coaching jobs at every level. Not the big leagues. You kind of can't get a hitting job in the big leagues right away. But I've been offered a AAA hitting job, AA hitting job. I've been offered not field coordinator. I've been offered fielding coordinator jobs. I've been offered all kinds of jobs in pro ball. And I haven't taken any of them. Not to say that I never would ever take one of them, but I got offered one the second I got out of playing, and I just played for 8 years, and I was like, I really, I hadn't seen my wife very much in 8 years, and I was like, I don't think I want to get back on the road and go right back into the minor leagues again, so I didn't take that job. And then I've been pretty close. I don't know if I want to say I was pretty close, but I considered certain jobs, and I've gone on a good amount of interviews, and I've had to fly around the country for some of them. So like I've taken some pretty serious over the last 10 years, but I have not taken any. And at this point, like, I don't know, I got young kids and I own a business, and I'm happy doing what I'm doing. So like, I don't foresee myself taking a professional coaching job. Well, hey, Mar 15, what's going on? Yeah, so as far as eyesight goes, they do, I mean, at least when I played, we did an eye exam every single year. So in spring training, you would take your physical, and then you would do an eye exam, and then for certain teams that I played on, we would do like very extensive exams, like not just like an eye exam where you look at like go E, Z, T, F, that one, like you do that, but we would do all different types of stuff to judge like your depth perception and like all crazy things. So they test all that stuff. And then, in the draft process, when I was going through the draft process, you take those tests for everyone as well. Is she crying at the door? Thanks, Jeff. As far as Soto, honestly, my answer would just be I have no idea. I haven't followed it enough or even thought about next year's rosters or any of that stuff. I think that stinks that the Rays Stadium got destroyed. I will say out of all, keep a tag on them. I'll give you one tip though. Anytime there's a stolen base and the base runner has the ball beat, tag him and hold it. So, hold. So once you know he beat it, like right there, tag him, hold the whole time. If you beat the ball there, if the ball beats the runner there, tag and get out of there. If the runner beats the ball there, tag and hold. Especially in the big leagues with challenges. I have like a real bad. It's not. I don't have a bad habit at all. Actually, it's not a bad habit, but it just comes like the way it came out of my mouth, just like coaching. Anytime I'm coaching in a game and I see the ball thrown and the runner is beating it, I have to scream. It's not even like a conscious thought. It just comes out of my mouth. Hold the tag, and I scream it. My brain just says it. So many times, especially in summer ball, so we play on a lot of turf fields, and so many times, like Evan Menzel was really good at it, our shortstop. He's been my shortstop for the last 3 years, I think, but so good at holding tags, because on turf especially, guys will slide over the bag. So if the guy beats it, tag him, hold it, literally he'll slide right over the bag, he's out. We got so many of those. Not because I yelled it, just because Evan's really smart, and he's one of the few players at 15, 16, 17, where like I felt like me and we were on the same wavelength all the time. Like I'd say something, or he would come in and tell me exactly what I was thinking. Like I'd be because I can call picks. We use like a pick system where I'm able to call anything from the bench, and like I'd be like, I'm gonna call a pick. I should call a pick right here, and then I'd see Evan give the sign for it. Like it happened like 100 times over the last 3 years. That's what I'm talking about. Hold the tag. Yeah, I always talk to him, like I was saying, I teach him like, don't hold the tag if the ball beats him there. Just tag and get out of there. But if he beats the ball and he's safe, you have to hold the tag. Oh yeah, speaking of the Rays stadium, so I've played there before, and it's probably the worst stadium I've ever played in. It didn't feel like a baseball stadium. I thought I was at like a dirt bike rally or something. But yeah, I mean, that stinks what happened. Yeah, Dodgers pitching is locked in today. How are players doing that got drafted? Well, none of them have reached the big leagues yet. I would say the guy that's probably going to get called up first, if I had to take a wild guess, would be Sean Sullivan. That would be my guess. Maddie is playing basketball in the background. We have like I'll see if I can show you guys. Yeah, we've got like a Celtics Pop-A-Shot thing. So he is getting his shots in. It looks like he's shooting righty, but he's a lefty. Go. You got to swish it. He did not swish it. So, and then I got a cool ball right here. I'll show you. I just saw this when I put it back. This is my that's my first major league hit right there. I don't know if you can see that. First. Oh, the writing is like fading away. First MLB hit off Greg Maddux. And then it's got my name and the date on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyways. Maddox did not beat me my next time up. I think I grounded out the third on a little sinking fastball. Let's see. How'd you feel when you got your first MLB hit? I felt like I was gonna get like 3,000 more of them. I remember rounding first base and being like, dude, that's so easy. Like, that was Greg Maddux, and that felt like I was hitting. I got him when he was like 40 years old. Yeah.
We have to get a pump and pump these balls up. They're like super deflated.
Yeah.
Look how far my thumb goes in.
Yeah, we do. Hey, I appreciate that. What's that said? Beowulf? My next big camp. So our big camps are in the summertime. So we don't, the winter is, we've got all our teams, you know, working out, and then the spring we're playing, the summer we're playing, but I'm able to find 2 weeks a year where I'm able to get a camp in. My favorite shortstop, Major League Baseball shortstop. Oh man, there's a lot of them. I love Corey Seager. I like Lindor.
Corey? No. I thought Corey played.
Corey Seager might be my favorite. I love Corey Seager. Yeah, so after I got my first hit, I went on a huge cold streak. So here's, I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick because, you know, there's so many things that happen behind the scenes that people don't know about. So, Maddie, let's take one more shot, and then I think it's probably time to start relaxing.
Why?
I just think it's probably time to start relaxing. So let me tell you a quick story, because this is how it works. I don't know if this is how it works everywhere, but. So the year I made my debut, I was 20, I just turned 23, and I was a number 1 prospect at the time for the Padres, because Chase Headley got called up. I was a number 2 the year before, and then Chase got called up, so I was a number 1 prospect in the organization, and I'd been drafted in the first round like a year and a half prior. And I came right into pro ball, and I was like, I hit really well. The year before I had 21 home runs, but in August of that season, I started to like lose my swing. I didn't hit any home runs at August, and something happened with my swing. It just got messed up. So the next season, I start the season in AAA, and I can't hit. Like, I'm horrible at hitting, and so everyone starts freaking out in the Padres system, and like, I don't know how it is now, but like everyone was trying to help me, but no one knew how to help me. Everyone just would like basically throw a bunch of things at me and try to get it to, hopefully it would change me. Like, you know, you're swinging under the ball, stop doing that. You're swinging uphill too much, stop doing that. Your stance is too wide, stop doing that. Your elbow's too high, stop doing that. Your hands are too low, stop doing that. But put your hands up higher. And then someone else said, put your hands down lower. And then someone would say, put your feet closer together. And then the next guy would say, get your feet further apart. And then like, you know, that's what I felt like. So like, I totally forgot how to hit. I didn't even know how to stand. I didn't know how to do anything. So I'm hitting like 160 for most of the year. Worst year of my life. And we signed this guy, Sean Wooten, who played with me the year before when I had a great year. And Sean had played in the big leagues and won a World Series. And so he was a veteran at the time, really old. And that's funny, Eric. They are right now. So Sean says to me, he's like, dude, because he had just saw me the year before when I was awesome. He's like, what the hell happened to your swing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, I can't hit. And he's like, no shit, you can't hit. He's like, your swing stinks. And I was like, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I was like, well, what stinks about it? And he's like, your path is terrible. He's like, your bat path is terrible. Now, this is crazy to think about, but no one talked to me about my bat path my whole life before he told me your bat path is terrible. So I was like, what do you mean my bat path is terrible? And he's like, your bat needs to be basically on plane with the fastball, like on the same path as the fastball, which means slightly up through the zone. And he's like, your path is down and across the zone. He's like, you're swinging basically towards like the third base bag, and your barrel's never through the zone. And I was like, okay. And he showed me, and I was like, okay, I kind of see that. And then we watched like, I don't know, 200 major league videos. He had like this huge database on his, oh, that sucks. Line drive right to him. He had this huge database of hitters. We started watching swings of all like the best hitters. And I was like starting to like finally see like what he was talking about, because I had no idea. I never watched myself hit. I never watched videos of other guys very much. And so like he became like my hitting coach, but he was my teammate. And we'd like, he was my roommate on the road, and we'd like hold like broomsticks and find like things in the hotel, and we'd get in the mirror and he'd show me like how to do this and that and everything. And I remember he was like, after we did this for like a week, he said, next game, I just want you to do this. And he gave me like a couple of things to do. And I vividly remember this. We were in Nashville, and I got up and hit a rocket, and I was like, that felt weird. And then like I hit another rocket, and then all of a sudden, like, I was like, holy shit. I'm like, I don't know why it's working or what he's telling me. I'm like, but it's working. Then we went to Fresno, and I just started in the cage, started smashing balls. And I vividly remember Will Venable and Nick Hundley both saying that, I remember Will saying it like it was yesterday. He's like, Anto is, like, he's watching me hit, and he was like, Anto is back. Because I was horrible for like 4 months. And he was like, he's back. And I ended up raking like the last month of the season. I hit like 3-something probably. I had like 4 homers in a month, and I only had like 1 the whole season before that. It's a long story, but so like Sean fixed my swing, like literally fixed it. And so I get called up. So now I get called up. So I went from the worst 4 months of my life to a great last month, and then I get called up to the big leagues. I make my debut. I get up, my first at bat, I hit a single off Maddox. I go I think I ended up 1 for 3 that game. I get called into our hitting coach, Wally Joyner, calls me into the office after that game.
He just threw that one.
And he was like, come early tomorrow to the park. We've got work to do on your swing. We've got to fix your swing. And I was like, now I didn't say nothing to him, because I was like, I just got called up, and this is a big league hitting coach. And I was already pooping my pants. Like, I'm in the big leagues for the first time ever. And I was like, what does he mean fix my swing? I'm like, in my head, I'm saying, I just spent the last like month and a half fixing my swing, and I'm killing balls now. Like, why are we fixing my swing? And like, I came in the next day, and we totally changed everything I'd been working on the last month and a half. Like, they wanted me to put my feet a lot closer together and take a bigger stride and like do all these things that I was like, that I was not doing over the last month and a half. And I went 0 for my next 23, I think it was. And all I thought about was trying to hit the way they were trying to get me to hit. So like, couple things. One, they told me, don't worry about your stats. It doesn't matter. It does matter. 100% matters. Because you know what everyone said when I went over 23? They said, this guy stinks. He can't hit at the big leagues. Like, that's what they said. So it does matter. The first thing. Second thing is, it is, so like everyone just said like, oh, this guy can't play at the big leagues. Like the big leagues is way too much for him. Yeah, he might have hit well last, whatever, AAA, whatever, but he can't play in the big leagues. I wasn't even taking my swing. I was trying to like pretend to be somebody else while I was trying to hit. So like everybody, like, so that's where like it's really tricky with players. And the sample size was so small that I ended up hitting 200 that year. But I didn't have many at-bats. And I also went like 0 for 23. And pretty much my whole time in the big leagues was me like not taking my swing. And then the next, so like, anyways, the Padres did end up pretty much giving up on me pretty quickly after that. But it's like no one ever asked me like, it's crazy thing. No one ever asked me like, what did you work on? Okay, dude, you were hitting 160 in the minors for 4 months, and then you hit 300 last month. What happened? What did you do? What did you try? What did you change? What were you doing? Never was I asked the question. They just said, I think I hit like 223 that year. he must, like, something's wrong with him, let's fix it. Instead of saying, like, let's look deeper and see, you know, he's really struggling the first 4 months. He hit well the last month. Something changed. What did he do? Like, nothing. No questions, nothing. It was just like, this is how you're going to hit. And that was my only time I ever got to the big leagues. I got sent back down after that. I never got another chance back up there. And then the big thing is like, well, he can't hit at the big leagues. Like, this guy can't hit the big leagues. I was given like 60 at-bats. Most of them were all taking swings that I never took before. Like, I was doing what someone else wanted me to do. And not that I don't care. Like, it honestly doesn't bother me. Like, some people will play like, oh, you didn't have the major league career you thought or whatever. Like, I really don't give a crap because I enjoy coaching so much that I'm like, who really cares about my playing career at this point? All I know is that it's not really a true story when people say like, oh, you couldn't hit at the big leagues. Those guys were too good for you, whatever. Bullshit, they were too good for you. They weren't too good for me. But like, I know that if you put me in the big leagues in 2000 and what year was that? In 2007, when I was in single A and double A, if you put me in the big leagues, I would have crushed it. I don't care who I face. I would have crushed it because of my swing. My swing was the way I needed it to be then. In 2008, my swing was not where it needed to be. It got closer when I got called up, but then it got taken right away. So like, you know, it's just, there's a lot of like things like that behind the scenes that nobody knows. And I just think the swing is like so important. And like, yeah, competition is tougher, but I'm 1,000% sure I would have hit well if I had my swing. And if I don't have my swing, yeah, I'm not going to hit. Hey, Dave Winfield. I sat on a plane next to Dave Winfield for like 3 hours. We were flying. I don't know where we were flying from. We were flying from somewhere. And Dave Winfield, when I was with the Padres, he sat on the team plane with us and talked, and literally talked to us for like 3 hours and just told stories the whole time. Yeah. What do you got? You don't have, just tell me. Oh, yeah, Maddie wants everyone to like the video because he wants to get 100 likes. So I'm not going to get all into my career, but I hurt my wrist right there. You can see my surgery right there. So I got 3 wrist surgeries and I broke my hand. I got a surgery there. So like, yeah, my career was kind of a shit show. I'm not going to, like, we're talking about it now. I probably haven't told this story to very many people. Like, I'm not going to complain and say like, I really don't talk about my career very much at all. But since we're talking about it here, those are kind of my thoughts. So I think it's important, like, a couple lessons I learned with that is, you know, when you're working with a player, like, one of the things I don't do is I do not watch a player hit and then try to change things immediately. Like, I have to ask a lot of questions. I want to see a player hit a lot. And then if I see that a player is struggling, then I'll start talking to him about stuff. But I'm really slow to make adjustments with players. Sometimes probably too slow. There's a lot of players that I do see and I won't tell them right away because, again, I don't want to say anything right away. But like, I'll say to my dad sometimes, like, that swing is not going to play. But I won't go to the player and tell them that right away. Like, I'm going to watch a lot. Now, if they keep struggling then I'll start talking to them about it. But I won't just like change guys. I'll ask a lot of questions and stuff because I think like one of the good things about struggling as a player is that you learn how to be a good coach because you're like, well, I wish coaches had done this or that or this with me or whatever. Well, now I'm a coach, so I can do a lot of the things that I wish coaches had done with me back in the day. Sorry. And sorry, I have not looked at the questions in a while. I got off on a tangent.
This guy just threw a 92 slider.
What?
He's going to throw 103 miles an hour.
That ball's off a little bit.
This guy throws a cheddar.
Yeah, Shohei just said, timeout, please. What did he throw? A 92 slider and then a fastball a little bit off the plate. Shohei's like, Shohei right now.
He threw a 92 slider.
His brain's going,
100-mile-an-hour.
he's Shohei, and even he's going, shit. Like, what are you going to throw now? Either a slider way off the plate or a fastball up. I'd go fastball up maybe. He was trying to go fastball up, and he missed fastball down. That's another example, like I said, like guys want to throw a fastball up. He missed that by a ton. I probably wouldn't mess around with another fastball now. I'd probably just go slider off the plate and hope that Shohei chases it. He goes fastball. Okay, he just threw a fastball right down the middle and said, screw you, Shohei. I'm just going to blow it by you.
That guy throws gas.
Now, I will say this. I just want to bring up this point really. I want to bring this point up really quickly. So that fastball right there, I'm going to go back real quick and look at it. But I would say, if you were saying, okay, where did he want to locate that fastball? Let's go back and watch that real quick because we have a commercial. Okay. All right, watch the fastball right here, Matty. Does he throw this where he wants to? Let's see. No, but that's not the one. That's the low one. I want the high one. Jeez Louise, this thing stinks at rewinding. Is this serious, this remote? I cannot get it to go to the pitch that I want. Okay, there we go. Let's see this pitch. Maddie, is this right where he wants it?
No.
No.
He was trying to put it a lot higher.
A lot higher. So, like, that's what I mean right there. Like, that pitch was not where he wanted it. I've seen Shohei hit balls way higher than that, 1,000 feet out. So it's like, that's where sometimes where I'm like, when people, we're not to get back on this again, but, you know, you say like, I made one bad pitch. Like that pitch right there. If Shohei hit that ball out, people would say, damn it, he missed his spot. He wanted to go up and he didn't get it up enough. Shohei didn't get to it. And it's like, no one's going to ever talk about that pitch right there. But that pitch it wasn't like middle, but it was middle and just like, like that wasn't even really that up. He throws 99, which helps, but I mean, hell, everyone throws 99 now. Shohei, like I said, I've seen Shohei hit that ball 8,000 feet.
Well, the last guy was throwing 102.
I know. So what's the difference between that? Like literally, you give Shohei another at bat again, he might hit that ball 1,000 feet. And then it goes from the guy made no mistakes today, and then it's like, oh, he made one mistake today. It's the same pitch.
If they had him throw the ball in the same spot again, and that same spot to Shohei.
Oh, the one-man throw ride's back? Yeah, he's a local guy. I know the one-man throw ride. He's funny. I might get him to come out to a Antonelli baseball practice. Where are you guys seeing stuff? I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No.
Funniest guy I played with was by far Brian Giles.
Who's that?
Brian Giles was a very good outfielder. Played for the Padres. Played for the Pirates.
He was funny.
Very funny. Brian Giles did something funny every single day. He was also an extremely generous man. So when he would come, so I played with Brian in the big leagues, but then I also was in the minor leagues before I got called up, and he would do a rehab assignment. And it's typically, if a big leaguer does a rehab assignment, like on the last day before he leaves, he'll usually buy the team like some food. Brian bought us food every night. Not only did he buy his food, he had like, so one night he had Outback come. One night he had Outback come, like Outback Steakhouse. They came and like grilled steaks at like outside our stadium, and like he did that for us like every night. And then in the big league, with the Padres, we'd have like sushi. Was it Wednesdays? I don't know. We'd have sushi night where Brian would bring in a sushi chef to cook for the team.
Was Brian rich?
Yeah, very wealthy. But yeah, he was a high-paid player. But not all high-paid players do that type of stuff. I've seen a lot of other high-paid players that don't do anything. So yeah, he was very funny. His brother Marcus was very funny as well. Marcus played second base, so I spent time with Marcus at practice. I'll tell you a real quick funny story. Brian, we used to do yoga class, and you'd wear like your Padres gear in there, and Brian would always wear a thong with a chicken head on it, and that's how he came into yoga class every day. So when we did yoga, we'd all be in our gear, and then he'd be in his thong, and it's unique to have to do yoga with one man in a thong.
Jammed the crap out of him right there. Might have broke his bat.
He would also, when he would struggle, he'd go out to the field and he would hit in just his jockstrap. That was like his way to like get out of a slump. I couldn't do that because I'd have to hit in my jockstrap pretty much every single day. Whoa, almost broke his kneecap with that.
Did it hit him?
Funny moments talking with other players on the bases. Not really. I mean, I talk with most first basemen are pretty talkative. No one that I'm like thinking. No one really stands out. I mean, Prince Fielder stands out as someone that was like super nice. So.
Missed it. He doesn't have any pop whatsoever.
I was just gonna say that about Arias. It's like it stinks when he hits the ball in the air. You're like he's out because he just doesn't have enough bat speed. I don't know if he's trying to hit a home run though, Cosmos. Like right there, like, I don't know. I don't think Arias is trying to hit a home run personally. That guy, like, never tries to hit home runs. I think sometimes the ball just goes in the air.
Well, the Dodgers won, I guess.
Well, great pitching performance, obviously, by the Dodgers right there.
They shut him out.
I was not locked into I didn't lock into the game at all. I was talking with you guys the whole game. Usually when I watch games and I'm watching it by myself, as Maddie knows, I sit there and I watch every pitch and I watch the game.
You call every pitch.
Well, I call every pitch, but I watch the game like I'm coaching it. Like
you try to coach the players and you know they can't hear you.
You're right, I do. You know how many times I've been told by Maddie and Laura, they can't hear what you're saying.
I've said that probably 30 times. Because all you're doing is yelling at everybody on the screen. What are you doing? Your swing looks like what?
That's not what I say.
Every time it's always, they can't hear you, Matt.
Hey, thanks.
We didn't get to 100 likes.
Oh, yeah, before anyone leaves, we got to get to 100 likes. Everyone can, we just need 8 more people to hit the like button. I said we get to 100 likes tonight. That baseball game was literally like, what, not even 2.5 hours? Yeah, you're right, Adam. It is time for bed. What do you got tomorrow? You got football.
Football.
He's supposed to have baseball tomorrow too, but he's not going to do fall ball in the morning because he's got football. Oh, we need 6 more likes. 6 more. Abracadabra. Anytime I hear abracadabra, I think of
Eminem.
no. I think of Half Baked.
5 more likes.
Abracadabra. I don't know if anyone here has seen
3.
if anyone here has seen Half Baked, but funny movie.
We need 3 likes. 3.
3 more. Oh, we'll get 3 more easy.
3.
Abracadabra, man.
2. 2. 2.
Yeah. Yo, abracadabra, B. Yeah, I haven't seen
We need 2
I haven't seen
freaking
Half
likes.
Baked since I was young, but like me and my cousins, we used to watch Half Baked like so many times, and that was I can hear my cousin Andrew right now saying that abracadabra.
2 likes. This is ridiculous. 2 people.
Oh man.
1.
And my cousin Andrew's favorite line too is Jan. Thank you.
Yeah!
Jan. Hey, we got 100 likes.
100.
Nice.
You were still wrong though, because you said by the 5th inning.
Oh boy. And then you're cool. F you. You're cool and I'm out. Oh, that'd be cool if you could like twice, but we got 102 likes, everybody. Maddie said we couldn't be done.
No, I said you
And
couldn't
it
be
could
done
be
by
done.
the 5th inning. You said it was going to be 100 by the 5th inning.
The craziest part about all this is that the Yankees. The Dodgers pitching staff is literally like, think about what their pitching staff could be right now. Like
Nasty.
they could have Shohei, they could have Glass now. Like it's crazy. Kershaw's hurt. Dawson's hurt. Freaking Dustin May's hurt. There's so many guys that they have.
This guy looks like he's about to cry.
He's probably exhausted, mentally and physically.
Who is it?
Who is this? I didn't hear. Is this Trinan?
The World Series?
I don't know. I don't know who I'm taking this year.
Dodgers.
Who did I take before the season started?
Are the Yankees still in?
Yeah, Yankees are still in.
Did they win the
So-
first round?
I'm trying to think. Usually before the season starts, I pick who I think's going to win. And I believe I picked the Yankees this year.
Did you?
The Dodgers odds were just like,
Ridiculous.
yeah, they were too good. Couldn't do the Dodgers. I can never pick the favorites. That's just unfair. You can't pick the favorites.
Have no.
I know. It's like literally, they're missing all their starting pitching, or most of their starting pitching.
I mean, at least they got to pitch Yamamoto.
Yeah, I mean, their bats are just crazy good.
I mean, you can't, like, their hitting is ridiculous.
I mean, Freeman's ankle, obviously, hopefully that it allows him to continue to play. I mean, any team, when you go you have Shohei on your team in the lineup, it's like, wow. Then you got Mookie, and then you got those 3 guys back to back to back. I mean, that's just silly. You got Teoscar
if
can
your
hit.
lineup is Shohei batting first, Mookie batting second, Freeman batting third,
Yeah.
Hernandez batting fourth, Will Smith batting fifth.
I think Smith's been in a big slump, but still. I mean, you got Muncy. I don't know how Muncy's been hitting lately. I haven't followed enough games, but who else? You had Kike going deep tonight. All right, everyone. So I've got a full day of baseball tomorrow. So this was fun. I enjoyed watching the game, even though I kind of feel like I don't really know what happened in the game because I was not locked in at all. Like I said, usually I'm like into every single pitch.
Well, Kike went deep.
Kike went deep and Hernandez went deep. But I couldn't really tell you what else happened.
Hernandez.
I mean, Kike went deep and, yeah.
Hernandez.
Teoscar. Hernandez's went deep tonight. The Hernandez's went deep.
That was the greatest pitching by the Dodgers.
What else do I know? All I know is Machado flew out to right twice. Tatis grounded out to third. I remember that at bat. Merrill, I think, rolled over to first.
Tatis, I don't think
Arias flew out to right. He hit maybe that little ball in the gap. The catcher there hit the hard ground ball, single to left. I don't remember much else from the Padres.
Okay, I'm going upstairs. Boy.
All right, everybody. We're gonna head to bed. Maddie's gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed too. I've been watching this Netflix documentary on Vince McMahon. So when I was like really young, I was huge into wrestling, probably up until 12 years old. And it's crazy to think, like, I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan, and then I was a humongous Ultimate Warrior fan. And it's crazy as an adult to watch this documentary and see some of the things that happen behind the scenes in wrestling. Man, I love the Ultimate Warrior. Like, that was my guy growing up. But anyways, totally off subject. 6 total hits in the game. That's crazy. Who were they? Arias hit the single. The freaking catcher for the Padres hit the single to left. The 2 homers, that's 4 hits. And then Freeman hit the hard ball to right for a single, that's 5 hits. And then the 6th hit would have been who got the 6th hit? I'm trying to think who had the 6th hit. I don't remember the 6th one. I probably wasn't watching it. Will Smith didn't have a hit, did he? Why do I feel like Will Smith hit a ball to left field? But no, I don't think that happened. I don't know who had the 6th hit. Someone's going to have to look that one up. Oh, Smith did have a hit. Jeez Louise, I did. I thought I dreamt that, but I guess I did see Smith get a hit. There you go. So I guess I paid attention enough to know who had the 6 hits, but I was really not focused in on that game at all. Yeah, it was electricity. It's a freaking a game to get to the NLCS. I will end with this. The loudest I've ever heard a stadium in all the stadiums I've played at was Dodger Stadium. Manny Ramirez hit a home run against us, and it was so loud, my head started throbbing immediately. So that stadium gets super loud when something good happens. Louder than any other stadium I've ever been in. I'll leave you all with that. That's all I got. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'm going to go watch the documentary while I fall asleep, and I got baseball all day tomorrow. And AJ Brzezinski, does he talk too much? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched him enough. I've watched him a few times. Sometimes I'll be... I do remember recently I was like, AJ, what are you talking about? With something happened, I don't remember. But I didn't agree with what he was saying, but that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinion. I learned that on YouTube. Good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.